On today's show, we're taking a look at the way animals have the amazing ability to love and support humans. I want to introduce you to an organization that takes this to the highest level. The organization is called Paws of War. Their mission is to train and place dogs with veterans and first responders who've experienced trauma while serving. But they don't just train any dogs. Their service dogs are beautiful animals that they've rescued, and then they train them to be lifelong and loving companions. I visited Paws of War a couple of years ago and was so impressed with their work. I'm happy to be able to be with them again today and speak with Robert Misseri, the co-founder of Paws of War. So great to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Doc. Tanana.
Tell us about Paws of War, what you do, why you do what you do, and the people whose lives you change.
So our tagline is helping both ends of the leash. This is one end of the leash. This is an actual rescued puppy that came from a kill shelter with another sibling, and will make its way to a veteran very soon. And we will start the training process to a veteran or first responder who really is struggling through life like no one can imagine unless you experienced traumatic experiences like they did, which causes PTSD. Many of our veterans have traumatic brain injury, and we learned as an organization, but so many studies have shown that these animals are making tremendous differences in their lives.
I think the best way that viewers could get to understand the importance of your work is for you to just tell us some stories.
A good story is, and an average story. You know, we had one veteran who reached out to us, and he wasn't sure if his doctor recommended he visit us and apply for a dog. And his wife then called us and said that he would likely benefit from a dog, but she kind of gave up. They've been through many, many different therapy programs, inpatient, outpatient. He had not been out of the house for 3 years. The only time he would go to the doctors was when his wife would drive him. He would not even drive alone in the car. He had been in 2 different IED explosions, forgive me. And we placed a dog with him. And we slowly got him out of the house just to do a little bit of public access. And he was troubled with it. 4 days later, his wife called and she was hysterical crying. I picked up the call. I really thought something bad happened. And he told me that himself, her, and their 2 children were at the mall, walking through the mall.
Wow.
He had not been out of the house in 3 years. He refused to go to parties, family gatherings. So we've really seen these dogs make tremendous differences in their lives.
That's amazing. I mean, that stories like that, and I'm sure that's just happens all the time. You see it all the time. And it's such important work. And I like you said, people don't realize the trauma that these people have gone through and how a pet like this, a dog like this, a working animal like this can really change a life. How can our viewers get involved? How can people help you in your mission?
Well, they could always use a volunteer. So by joining us on our website, which is pawsofwar.org, and we are a non-for-profit, and we slowly depend on small donors to help us rescue these guys, train, and then place. Donations are critical for us always.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for your work. Keep it up. And it's great talking to you.
Doc, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Next, we have some very special guests right here in the studio. Rebecca Goodhart, Deputy Director of Homeward Trails Animal Rescue, and Pam Manning, a foster volunteer and all-around awesome human. Here with Jet Ebony, Raven, and Onyx. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having
glad
us.
you're here. Oh, you're getting
Oh,
nice
wow.
and narrow. Look at you. These are the most beautiful animals. Tell us about Homeward Trails and philosophy.
So Homeward Trails is a nonprofit animal rescue here in Northern Virginia. We operate a small private shelter located in Fairfax Station. We rescue dogs and cats. We bring in animals primarily from other shelters that are very under-resourced. We have a couple of international partners that we work with as well. It's been very busy, especially this year. We place about a little over 3,000 animals a year.
Oh my gosh.
So it's lots of fun doing it too.
Gosh. What do you find is most fulfilling about working with animals?
You know, I've always been a huge animal lover, and I love working particularly with dogs who are a little shy and need to help earn a little bit of trust with humans. But my favorite part is probably that human-animal connection and really making those matches with our adoptive families and finding the right home.
I understand that these animals had a very special history to them in their short life.
Yeah, they're only about 6 weeks old, so they've had lots going on already in their lives. They were found with their mom at a construction site in, I believe, Southwest Virginia.
Oh my gosh. So what would you say to someone who just thinks they can't take care of animals and don't want them or it wouldn't benefit them?
I mean, if you're interested in working with animals, but you're not, you know, in a position to permanently have one in your home, there's lots of ways that you can get involved in helping them through local shelters and rescues. Volunteering's looking a little different this year because of COVID, but you know, we always need foster homes. So if you're able to make a short-term commitment to helping, or even just dropping off supplies and things like that.
It's just amazing work you do because these animals bring such joy. I mean, just having them here a few minutes, everybody's like, oh. And I don't think they're leaving with you.
We may have to fight for that.
Well, thanks so much for being with us. This is great.
You are.
This is really great. It's great seeing them. It's great the work that you do. How can people find out more about you?
You visit our website, www.homewardtrails.org. and find out lots about all of our adoptable animals and other ways you can get involved with us.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks.